Hello there, it's nice to see you once again. So we're going to continue this week on the art of giving and making artwork that we can give to other people as presents. So today I am going to show you how to make kind of a fun and silly picture, and it's called Catching Snowflakes. Now if you can see in this picture, this child is not looking right at you. This child has her head tipped way back and her mouth way open, and she's catching a little snowflake on her tongue. So think about what you're going to be wearing when you're outside, what your mittens are going to be patterned like, and stay tuned and I'll show you how to do it. Okay, for this project you're going to need your sketchbook, your Sharpie marker, maybe your set of markers, and your colored pencil. So let's get started. I'm going to open up to a new page, and I think I will use it long ways today. It's called the portrait method, and this is actually the portrait of you outside in the snow, or it could be someone else. So how do we get started? We're going to start with the head, which is kind of an oval going this way, okay? And figure out where you want it. You don't want it right in the middle of the paper, a little bit further up. So I'm going to start by going over my oval, and it does not have to be perfect. There we go. Now my mouth is way open to catch the snowflake, so I'm going to do a big mouth, and I'm going to add a tongue for that snowflake to land on, and you can decide whether you want to add teeth up here or not. I think I will, so I'm just going to do a little curve and then add some tooth lines. Now the next part, you have to decide. If your head is tipped way back, you may just have a bump here and not see your eyes at all. On the one I did, I showed you the eyes, and I should have had my bump right about here, but let's say on this one I'm not going to include the eyes. I'm just going to have the bump, and the eyes would be right about here, way back. I might even have a little bit of eyelash showing here, okay? Next, I need my neck, and I'm going to have a nice scarf on to keep warm, so I think I will add that, my scarf. For my body, it's just a curve around. I'm just going to curve it around like that and curve it around like that. And I like to add the mittens because I think it adds a nice shape that you can fill with color and pattern. So I'm going to put some mittens here. Okay, and come down like that. Maybe they'll attach to my arm. Or you might just like to show the mittens. You decide how you want to do it. Okay, so I basically have it started. The next fun part is to add some color. There's my scarf, and I am going to make sure, since it's a present, and I'm going to do it now because if not I might forget, I am going to make sure my name is on it so that when I give it to someone they will know who made it. Okay, so now you add color. Do you love working with markers? Do you love working with colored pencils? The face is an interesting thing because we don't really have a skin color like mine in there. If your skin is brown, we do have a brown pencil, and you can simply color it brown. Now when you're coloring with the pencil, I use mine a little bit on the side so that it just spreads out nicely, and it also keeps my pencil kind of sharp. But if your skin is more this color, you have to make the color. You can use pink and orange and maybe a little brown. I'm just going to blend it with the brown I have there, and I bet you it'll be fine. So I'm doing this on the side. I'm not going straight down and pressing really hard. On the side, spreading it out. Okay, and you notice it blended nicely with the brown that I was showing you earlier, so you might like to add brown in there. That's a little too pink. I think I might add a little bit of orange to that. Ooh, I might have made it a little dark, so maybe I can add some white on top. Play around with the colors till you get the color you want. Remember, it can be quite pink because you're outside there on a cold and snowy day. Okay, so I blended the colors on my face. I went back with the black and colored it in deep inside the mouth so that it looks dark. I've left a little snowflake on the tongue and colored that red. Now it's for the time for the fun part of adding designs on your, are you wearing a sweater? Are you wearing a parka? Are you wearing fancy mittens with a pattern? You decide. You also get to decide, do you enjoy working more with colored pencils or markers? Or maybe a little bit of both. Sometimes pencils are great for detail and markers are better for bigger areas. So have fun, add color and pattern, and I'll see you back here. So you can see from this picture there are all different ways to do it. You might use markers or pencils. You decide. Okay, when you're all done with your patterns, you might add some hair if you want, or maybe your person has their hair stuck in a cap. You decide. But remember, their head is tipped way back, so their hair would be down like this. And it's also fun to add some snowflakes. You may simply add them by putting lines together like this. Or maybe you like to make more elaborate ones. I'm using a pencil. You can use marker if you want. Another nice touch is to take your blue marker and add a few dots. For a final touch, it might be really fun to give this a title. You decide if you want to do this or not. I'm going to write on mine, Catching Snowflakes. Catching Snowflakes. And when it's done, if you're giving it as a present, simply tear it out of the sketchbook. Whoop, you can see I was trying some more underneath there. Trim off these edges and glue it to a piece of nice background construction paper. It will make a wonderful present. And before you give it away, don't forget to go to Add Response and send me a picture of your work. I can't wait to see it.